Okay, so a couple of weeks back when I did a video of Fat Dog 64, which of course is based on Puppy Linux, I had quite a few people reach out to me and ask, does Puppy Linux still exist? Or why are you not reviewing normal Puppy Linux? Puppy Linux for life. And I thought, you know what? Fair point. Let's take a look at Puppy Linux. So looking at their website, really clean, really nicely laid out, but that's actually not the reason I'm showing you the website. If you look at the download portion on the website, something I really wanted to call out is that there isn't one base of Puppy Linux anymore. Puppy Linux has an Ubuntu base, a Ubuntu and Debian base, a pure Debian base, a Slackware base, which I think is the original, but I'm sure someone is going to correct me, and the Void base version. So essentially, these days, Puppy Linux still exists, but it has different versions based on different, bases, really. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and actually downloaded the Void base. Why the Void base instead of the other ones? Because it's something different, that's why. So we're going to take a look at Puppy Linux based on Void Linux. So you'll see here, we have a couple of options here on if we want to copy everything to RAM, don't copy everything to RAM. No Xorg, no kernel mode safety, safe mode, no X RAM only, no pup save, RAM disk shell, and stuff for experts. I'm just going to choose the first option, which I take it is the default option and will probably just boot it up normally. So let's take a look at that. And here we have the layout. The VMware driver is currently being used. Okay, if you need to adjust the screen resolution or displacement, run the video wizard. So let's run the video wizard. Okay, 920 by 1080. Okay, restart X. Woohoo! With sound effects as well. Okay, so welcome. This is the first time you're running Void Pup 64. It's congratulating us because we're connected to the internet. Setup, I'm going to set up something, or I need help. So folks, often remember distros like this are often quite used for in cases where you are using low. Okay, that's more sounds. When you are using low powered hardware or you're using hardware that you need to get up and running again. So right clicking on this, of course, we have a whole menu system. We have applications, places. So let's take a look at this. Pub KView. Okay, which is a information system, I take it. Okay, so we're using kernel 5.15, which is a LTS edition. Just going to close that. I'm just looking at some of the utilities that they've got here out of the box. Okay, so let's start at one space. So desktop settings, which you can change the tray. Output setting, wow, this is pretty cool. Your Windows layout, your menu layout, your shortcuts configuration, your wallpaper. It's a really nice, warm, welcoming wallpaper by default they've got going on here. Theming, fonts, desktop icons, what icon set you want. Really pretty in depth. No lack of customization options there. Pop clock set manager. Okay, so this is the options here. And by the looks of things, I think this is using the JWM environment out of the box. I think so. Okay, and you can configure the clock and how that all looks. Okay, so that's all the desktop setting stuff here. System, the boot manager, CPU frequency scanning tool. Okay, so it actually tells us this tool might not work on this machine. You can say what you want, but this thing has so much configuration options that I really often wonder why some other distros don't have stuff like this. Yes, you can do it manually editing configuration files, but not everyone wants to edit a configuration file every day of their life. Drive, setting drive space, show the available drive space. Oh wow, this thing's only hardly used any hardware. How to configure the input devices, software. Get LibreOffice if you want. Take default applications. This is actually pretty cool. Maybe a little bit overwhelming with the amount of tooling, but hey, this gets the job done. Utilities, Xkill to close GUI applications are not responding. My panel, desktop, and of course, there's just an array of stuff going on here. It's just a normal terminal. I doubt that'll have NeoFetch installed. Yeah, figured as much. Actually, let me open up the terminal again. Maybe they have HTOP. Yay. Okay, cool. So, I mean, from a memory standpoint, this thing's only using 285 megs of memory. Now, truth be told, I have an older laptop that I could probably put something like this on and actually make it useful again. Because this thing's like using hardly any memory. It doesn't even need to use swap space, and the CPU usage at the moment is low. Granted, it's not doing anything, but still, that's amazing. Graphical disk map tooling, and the utilities. I mean, you can just go on here. Pop menu, and obviously how you want to configure the different menu options that you've got. Obviously, a lot of their custom stuff starts with pop, which makes sense in all honesty. Graphics, mount paint, little paint tool that they've got going on here. So, ooh, hello. Yay. Okay, that's actually pretty. That's actually a nice basic paint tool. That document, get LibreOffice. It doesn't come pre-installed, but you can download it. Predict, which looks like a dictionary, and an online dictionary, and it works as well. That's pretty cool. And you can choose from where you want to search from as well. Business, a calculator, and a unit converter. Converting units was important. You never know when you're going to have to deal with meters and a clock system. So, checking what the time is. Stopwatch, count and alarm, all included there. A password manager. That's pretty cool. That you can encrypt using AES-256. Just hope you don't forget your main password. File setup tool, which is really nice. And you can also use Alien Bob's easy firewall generator for IP table. Okay, let's look at Alien Bob. So Alien Bob is a firewall script tool that allows you to generate custom IP tables for your Linux distribution. And that looks like from the days of Slackware. Interesting. So I'm just going to close that. I don't want to mess up a firewall yet. Samba, if you need to share files, you can install apps there. Okay, fine. Get web browser. Oh, this is web browser. Get. Internet, multimedia, P-Music, Puppy Music. Cool, nice, simple music tool. I want music. The short answers, you search for it. Nice. Multimedia converter. I'm really amazed at this. Like, the fact the amount of stuff this thing comes with. I mean, even a full multimedia converter is absolutely fantastic. If you think about how small the ISO image is and how much little space and memory it takes up, sometimes I really think a lot of other pieces of software are so bloated with this. It's just simple and straight to the point. Let's look at the Void Package Manager here. Void Pup installer. Web browsers. Okay, so I guess I would have to then go and download one of those. And if I want ABI Word, can download ABI Word for me? Okay, it's busy updating in the background. Yes, please do that. And of course, since it's using Void, it's using the XBPS file manager. Oh, apologies, package manager. Okay, so just see how long it takes us to ABI Word. Seems to be pretty quick. The window manager will restart to configure the menu. Okay, continue, yes. So log in. That's actually cool again to have an operating system that makes a sound when you log in. I sometimes miss that. Okay, so I'm looking for ABI Word. Doesn't seem to start up though for whatever reason. Maybe I'm just being impatient and it'll take a few seconds and get to it. Anyway, let's move on. Right click, of course, we have the exact same menu. At the top corner here, we can show the desktop. We have a clipboard manager. We have really old school sound type of manager there. That gives you additional options as well. If you need to configure 3D control PCM surround center, you have that type of setup. Firewall is off. Our storage space, network, and of course at the bottom here we have our little menu system, file browser or ROX filer. Again, we have our web browser, we have our IRC chat, terminal emulators, process manager, and you can see here again, still hardly using any memory. Our paint app is still there. So our text editor, Genie's here. Puppy Package Manager and Universal Installer. To install Puppy to removable media section, please insert right now. Okay, so if you want to actually install this to a hard disk or whatever else, you can use the software to do that. And of course, the JWM configurator, which we saw earlier. So, who's this for? Well, I think it's fantastic. Lower hardware, or older hardware, should I say, that you need to support or bring back to life a bit, or you need to recover or access data from a machine that's been installed. This is great. I mean, Void Linux generally is pretty fast and speedy all by itself, and slimming it down and adding the utilities of Puppy behind it, I think it's absolutely winning combination. And yeah, this is a great and nice and refreshing desktop, and it's great to see what happens if you really focus and you don't focus on the bloat and you focus on the apps. This is fantastic. So do you use Puppy? Do you use another version of Puppy? Leave your comments below. As always, thank you for watching and thank you for suggesting I look at it. Bye for now.